interviewing famed trends forecaster Gerald Celente, who has been talking about the danger of Iran, Iraq, and the U.S. for a number of years now. And after our assassination of Iran's top general, Gerald, just a few days ago, you said that this was the opening shot of World War III. Now, considering the limited response of Iran today to that opening shot, do you still see it heading towards World War III?
Absolutely. And it's not just about Iran. It's about our top trends of 2019. And when you look at them, it's the New World Disorder. This is just another part of it, but it's a bigger part of it. For example, riots going on in Hong Kong now, what, for 7 months? How about France? They got a strike going on there for over 3 weeks. Take a trip to Lebanon. How about that, huh? People have had it with the government, demonstrations, protests. Iraq, before all this happened, before Trump assassinated Soleimani, what happened? Over 500 Iraqis were killed in demonstrations and protests about the corruption, the violence, and the poverty and the no future. How about what's going on in Algeria? People taking to the streets now every weekend for over almost a year. You look around the world, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Cameroon. Oh, how about Chile? What about Ecuador? I forgot about Colombia and Bolivia and Peru. It's the whole world disorder going on here. This is a big flame that has been lit that is going to explode us into World War III.
So you see the assassination of Soleimani as still the inciting incident that will erupt into a world war.
Yes. And again, it's putting all these pieces together and all the destabilization. That's how it blows up. It's not the one incident. It's not the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand,
Right.
as stupid little kids in school. Oh, they killed the Archduke. Dun, 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 dun. I'll be American doughboy and I'll go fight. All right, it's propaganda. Yeah. They keep putting pieces together and then they use one event. I've been writing about this for 3 years.
Right.
The Israeli-American Saudi alliance to take out Iran.
All right, along those lines, Gerald, do you see this? You know, it's already being called an off-ramp for both sides. They could de-escalate, but is it more likely bait that was thrown out by Trump and Netanyahu to entice Iran into a major attack, which would be the pretext to go to all-out war with Iran? So was it bait?
Possibly, but it doesn't make any difference because it was bait. They'll throw more hooks in to get them if it was only bait. So if they're trying to bait them, they're not going to stop baiting them. And again, it's the importance of this is the event. If nothing happens for 3 months, for 5 months, people would have forgotten this. And then something else will happen. Just like people don't know what led up to the assassination of Soleimani. They don't know how, the United States, they killed an American contractor at one of our military bases in Iraq. That's how this one began, remember?
Right.
A military contractor? What was this guy, a plumber? Oh, maybe he was a bricklayer. How about a mercenary? And how about what the hell are you doing over there? What are you doing over there in Iraq? Why are you taking my money, putting our military in Iraq on a war based on lies? You want to talk about a war criminal? They're talking about this guy Soleimani. Oh, he may have killed over hundreds of Americans. How about the millions of Iraqis Americans have killed in wars based on lies? But you don't hear any of that coming out now. No, let's forget about that. We could start any war we want based on any lies, kill anybody that we want. Oh, and all you stupid Americans, get back to work. I want your tax money so I can spend trillions of dollars for my buddies in the military-industrial complex to wage these wars of murder. This is all delusionary crap that they're dumping down our throats to hate Iran so the sick people, the megalomaniacs, the psychopathic liars, the narcissistic freaks that Americans call Clinton, that they call Bush, that they call Obama, are running and ruining our lives, killing millions of people. And then all we hear is a lot of crap as to their story of why they did it.
Gerald, what about this argument that although there's no doubt that our invasions there and everything we've been stirring up there has led to the rise of this widespread radicalism now, but since it's here and since Trump inherited it, what is he to do? Just disengage, or should he try to tamp down the terrorism before he disengages from the Mideast?
Larry, how many wars have America won since World War II?
None, really.
None.
Grenada.
Oh, Grenada, that was a tough one. Yeah, that's like winning over 6 blocks of St. Louis.
It worked for Reagan, though, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. What wars have Americans won? Oh, Trump is going to tamp them down? How about shove it up your new old what, Trump? You guys haven't won a war yet. It's cost us tens of trillions of dollars. You've killed millions and millions of people, and now you're shoving more of your crap down there. Oh, no. Hey, this time I got it. We got a plan. Oh, everybody forgot the Afghanistan papers that came out a couple of weeks ago? What was the Afghanistan papers, Larry?
Yeah, I know. A total lie, just like we were lied to into the Iraq War. Yeah.
Yeah, they lied and lied and lied. Generals, politicians, presidents in the Afghanistan papers that are totally out of the news. Hey, you know, that Weinberg trial is going on today, or whatever his name is. Maybe we should talk about that. Hey, did you watch the Golden Globes? Forgotten are the lies that they told us in the Afghan papers that a war going on for 19 years. It's going to 19th year. And we're going to take, and by the way, let's go back to the ISIS question. Soleimani has been responsible with the Iraqi militia and the Syrian militia with just about eradicating the ISIS in both Iraq and Syria.
Right.
Yeah.
So his depiction as a terrorist, you think, is unfounded, exaggerated, or what?
America is the terrorist. By their deeds you shall know them. Have you seen one shred of proof that there was going to be an imminent attack, as Pompeo and Trump and Esper and all the others said? They showed us one shred of proof? I'll tell you why they haven't showed us one shred of proof. Because you're a piece of crap. You don't deserve to know anything. Get back to work, you American people. We have as much proof that this guy was going to have an imminent attack as Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda.
All right. What about the argument that even though if it was no imminent attack evidenced, he was at least an agitator giving support to anti-American militias throughout the Mideast?
Oh, how dare he? How dare he give support to anti-American militias? Like the militias that Obama put together that overthrew Gaddafi in Libya, the murderous, that militia, you talked about the Al-Qaeda militia that Obama then brought into Syria. Oh, that militia? Oh, no, maybe you're talking about the wonderful Saudi allies that have caused the worst humanitarian crisis on earth in Yemen, according to the United Nations. How dare he try to stop America's mass murder with our allies? They're not my allies. They are murderers' allies.
And also, Gerald, I think another thing that's being under considered here is how America's actions here is really driven now an emerging coalition between China, Russia, and Iran. We've forced them into that.
Again, they know where America's going. Look at America's track record. Look, if you knew a person that committed mass murder, would you be concerned with them?
Yeah.
Would you be concerned? Is that you or mine?
That's mine, but go ahead. Of course. But, again, the overriding argument is Trump, for all his faults, didn't inherit this mess. What do we do about it now?
No, he created this mess by pulling out of the nuclear agreement unilaterally. He said he was going to do this in his campaign
Right.
speeches. He identified Iran as the world's #1 terrorist state, when America, by their deeds, Iran has not invaded a country in 250 years.
Mm-hmm.
What have they done? Oh, they support Hezbollah over there in Iran, in Lebanon. How dare they? Oh, where did Hezbollah come from? Oh, Hezbollah? Oh, weren't they created after Israel invaded and occupied Lebanon? And they had to form Hezbollah to get them out? How dare he do that? Don't you know that Israel could do anything that they want? And if you say anything bad about them, Larry Spano, you are an anti-Semite.
Anti-Semite, right? Or if you're a Jew criticizing Israel's militancy, you're a self-hating Jew.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So Israel could steal anything they want. They could kill anybody that they want, just like America. That's another one of our wonderful allies.
Speaking of Israel, do you think that this was a coordinated decision between Trump and Netanyahu?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look what Trump's done. He's moved the American embassy out of Tel Aviv into Bethlehem. Look what he's done. He said that land over there, that Golan Heights, that you got one in that, they got in that war over there, Israel, in the 67 war. That's not Syrian property. It says right there in the Bible, paragraph 6, section 8. This belongs to Israel. It's not yours. Look, Trump got $35 million from Sheldon Adelson. This is the guy that talked about wanting to bomb Iran with a nuclear bomb.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You don't get $35 million and be on your own. And when you look at the relationship that Trump has with Israel and Saudi Arabia, and that's why I've been writing about this, Larry, since it's in the Trends Journal. You get the Trends Journal. The links are there. I've been saying this on media now for several years and identifying it exactly in our top trend for 2018, mass murder market shock. You saw what happened last night. The mass murder was Israel, the United States, and Saudi Arabia aiming to take out Iran. The market shock you saw when the first reports came out about the missile attack by Iran in the Iraqi territory where American troops were. Oil prices spiked 5%. Gold went up $30 an ounce. All right? If this goes to war, energy prices go higher than go around $100 a barrel for Brent crude. You're going to see the end of the global economy. It will crash. The equity markets will crash. We have to remember that we have lunatics running the asylum.
And what about Trump's statement just today when he addressed the nation following the strike and the counterstrike by Iran, that we are now oil independent, we don't need their oil, so therefore the implication is it's not going to crash the markets, as you say?
I would say Trump is full of crap. He's a moron and he's an imbecile. And by everything he does, he can show it because, hey, Trump, did you ever hear of a place called India with 1.4 billion people? And they import 80% of their oil. And if the price goes up, they're already in trouble now. Their economy has gone down for 7 consecutive quarters. You think that they can afford $100 a barrel? Trump, it won't hurt the world economy? Trump, hey, did you ever hear of a place called China, the second biggest economy in the world? Oh, they only are the biggest importers of energy in the world. And if prices go up and China's economy is already at a 30-year low, you think that's going to hurt Trump? It's going to hurt the entire world.
Also, I think a point that's not made, not even mentioned, is that even the American oil production, it's on the world market. It's not just that they supply it just to America. So if there is a depletion in the Mideast, it's going to affect America's oil prices as well, is it not?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Why would any intelligent person listen to this narcissistic piece of crap? And I've never called him out like this. I've never called him out like this. I am a warrior for the Prince of Peace. I believe in, to me, not in a religious sense. Jesus Christ is my kind of guy, a Prince of Peace. All these evangelicals that are calling for more war, I don't know what Jesus Christ they believe in. I went to Catholic school. I know what the deal is. I will put my trend forecasting record up against anybody's in the world. I am a visionary. I see where this is going. That's why I'm as passionate as I am right now. I know the sick people that are in charge. I know inside stories of people that have been with Trump, and they tell me things that I cannot repeat because I'm under oath not to.
But they point to a president who's both ignorant of world events and so narcissistic that all his decisions have no element of logic in them.
Not only that, I am an American. I was born to be free. I was not put on this planet to take orders from leaders. That we have one person, whether it was Trump, whether it was Obama, whether it was Bush, whether it was Clinton, whether it was Reagan, whether it was Carter, on and on and on and on, up until not always like that, making decisions to take us for war is a dictatorship. It's in violation of Article 1, Clause 8 of the Constitution. Only Congress has the right to go to war. Congress has not voted to go to war since World War II. They are a bunch of low-life scum, as well as El Presidente of los Estados Unidos. I said, I am an American. I believe in the Constitution. I don't need some little pieces of garbage to tell me how to interpret it. They are in violation. This is not my country. You think Trump, if a war breaks out, his Jared will go to war? You think Trump will lead a charge? Fat boy couldn't run up a flight of stairs. Do you think he'd be sending his boys? Do you think all the senators' sons will be going? No. And the Americans are buying into this crap already. The latest poll shows that 45% of the people approve Trump's assassination. And it breaks down party lines. Most of the Repulsivekins believe it. The Democrats don't. If a Democrat was in office, they would believe it, and the Repulsivekins wouldn't. This is two gangs we have running and destroying the freedom of not only the people of the United States, but life on Earth.
So Trump is heading towards re-election.
Oh, yeah. But this may hurt him, because this isn't the end. This isn't the end.
If this blows up, it could hurt him.
It could, and you know, I called him the winner in our top trends for 2020. Right. Trump by default, the default of the Democrats. They don't have anybody that's going to beat him in the swing states. So I'm a political atheist. I call it the way I see it. As much as I can't stand that slimy piece of garbage, I call him the winner. But if I'm a Democrat and I'm a prostitute, I'll call him the loser.
But Gerald, how would it hurt him if it's another shock and awe campaign where they devastated Baghdad during the Iraq invasion, but now they do it to Iran? Wouldn't that make him look like a winner just before election?
Because you don't know where this is going to go. And if this thing starts heating up, and all of a sudden, what happened over there in Los Angeles? How many buildings went down? Oh, the electric system went off on the East Coast?
Yeah.
All right. All the money in your bank accounts are lost? Oh, they crashed the stock exchange?
What do you make of the crash of the Ukrainian jetliner so close to this whole situation?
I don't know. And I don't believe at all that the Iranians would have done it. What sense would that have made? And I don't know. I don't know. And to me, it's more than a coincidence.
Wrapping up, Gerald, so you still think then we are headed towards World War III, and both Netanyahu and Trump are pushing for an all-out war, regime change war with Iran?
They've said it. I don't think it. They've said it. Can we stick with the facts? We're going to put these sanctions on them. They're going to be the worst sanctions that ever hit them. Remember Trump did that? Regime change. They're going to be massive. Netanyahu's been calling for the regime change. Remember when he drew the cartoon bomb and brought it to the United Nations back in 2012, and that was the atom bomb that Iran was building?
Right. And today he was on the air. He was on all the news cycles saying that applauding Trump for his actions.
Of course, yeah. One murder applauds the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, so you're saying then, Gerald, and wrapping this up now, that we really are headed for a dire situation, and you are convinced that this is the opening shot of World War III.
Absolutely. And if the people do nothing, that's their choice. If the people support their leader without the leader giving them any facts, without the leader having a long track record of being a pathological liar, as long as they love their narcissistic leader, then Heil Hitler. Or
it worked. It worked for Bush Jr. with the invasion of Iraq.
It worked for Obama.
Yeah.
And it worked for Clinton. We don't need any facts. We'll kill. I don't like that guy, Gaddafi. I want him out of there. Oh, no, I have to be proper.
Yeah.
Muammar Gaddafi has not treated his people in the regard that I believe, as a man who quoted in the book, Double Down, I'm really good at killing people. Barack Obama killed more than 4,000 innocent people with drone strikes. Yeah. What makes these people any different than some madman going into a bar in El Paso or Dayton and blowing up the people because they don't like them? The third option is Team 1, Heil Hitler. Team 2, do nothing. And what can I do? Don't do anything. Number 3, Occupy Peace. WWW, Occupy Peace. To keep this movement going, so we fight for war, fight for peace rather than dying for war. Because they keep doing it, they keep killing us, they keep killing innocent people, and it's never the senator's son. OccupyPeace.com, do nothing, or Heil Hitler.
Gerald Celente, thanks again for being with us. Without any reassurance that we're headed in the good direction, but I know that you're a realist, and I know that your trends forecasts have been right on target over these years. So unfortunately, you could be right again, and I hope not, but your track record is extremely good.
Well, thank you. And again, the motto of the Trends Journal, think for yourself.
Thanks, Gerald.
Thank you.